What's up? It's your boy JBZ back again with another one. Go and hit that subscribe button. Go and hit that like. Go and hit that thumbs up, thumbs down. But better yet, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm glad to be gaining the subscribers I'm gaining. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. This here I want to touch on. Just doing a little research. Also have a video for you to watch. The population of people of color, blacks in America. And I'm gonna start this off around like 1950s, okay? They said in the 1950s, the population of the United States was at 150,697,361. That was the population in America. Out of that number, they say 10% of people were black or African American. African American, the name wasn't even around in the 1950s, so I'm just gonna say black. Negro, let me put it that way. They made up 10%. That was like 15 million. Okay, but let's look at this. The DC Office of Planning, the State Data Center. You can go to Google and look at this. They took the population, let's just say at the 1940s, right? 1940, the percentage population of people of color, Negro, black, was at 9.8%. This is in the 1940s, right? 10 more years then, 10 more years in the 1950, you guys, it jumps up to 10%, right? 10 more years after that, 1960, 10.5, okay? 10 more years after that, 1970, 11.1%, okay? So it's climbing, but we already know we had the baby boom, everything jumped up. But we have to remember, we're talking about the census here. The census only count for people they can account for, So this number is correct statistic wise as far as like what they know of. But we know there's a lot more people of color, black, Negro in the United States right now, and it's 2024. Okay. When we hear these numbers versus the spending power, it don't make any sense sometimes. Okay. They say we make up like trillions of dollars in spending, and we're supposed to be the less percentage living in the United States. Okay. And they talk about the wealth gap between black and Negroes, right? Now we move forward. And you guys, I want to tell you, during my mom and grandmother's time while they're here, they already been talking about reparations back then, 60s, 50s. Reparations always been on the table. 2024 reparations is up, right? Reparations is here again, still on the books, still trying to get something going on here. So at least ancestors and the people of the ancestors can receive some type of compensation for building this great nation. This nation wasn't just built by just one group of people, but however, the people who were working were getting paid less than some of the other people when building this great nation. And some of that has to be paid back. There were talks back in the day of paying it back with land, which is a very good talk. And still to this day is land talk and monetary talk. Something that came across my feed on IG, you guys, and I want to play this for you, is guy just breaking down the percentage, but also coming up with a solution and a system so reparations can be paid. I want you all to check out this clip and give a comment if you like it. All right. Peace.
Black Americans are about 13% of the nation's population, but Black Americans possess less than 3% of the nation's wealth. What that translates into at the average is an $800,000 differential per black and white household. That is to say, the average black household has $800,000 less in net worth than the average white household. And so if we're thinking about closing the racial wealth gap, we have to think about closing it at the mean rather than at the median to absorb the full differential in the proportion of wealth that's held by the two communities. So if you were to bring the black share of wealth at least to the black share of the population, it would require an additional at least $10 trillion. And so the other kinds of programs or initiatives that we're talking about are not going to come anywhere close to trying to eliminate or eradicate a gap at that magnitude. And so that's why we need to turn to something like a reparations program, which is specifically aimed at building black assets to a level that would be comparable to the level of assets that are held by white Americans on average.
Visit Everyday is Juneteenth on Instagram and click the link in the bio to get the book.